Hello y'all, this is Ray Peppers with Atlanta Communities Real Estate, and if you're watching this video, it's probably either because you are a first-time home buyer, or maybe you're some of the people that enjoy watching my videos. In either event, I thank you for clicking in, and let me talk to you a little bit about first-time home buyers. If you're looking to buy a home and you've never done that before, probably the single number one important thing you can do is find a realtor. And I know like a really good one. But in any event, for you as a buyer to use a realtor, that is like completely free. So why wouldn't you want to use a realtor? To get expert advice, someone that would be looking out for your personal interest. First, single most important thing to do as a first-time home buyer is to get yourself a realtor. Secondly, is get that realtor to refer you to a lender, and you want to use the lender that realtor refers you to, because that realtor has got a personal relationship with that lender. That realtor can call that lender usually any time of the day or night or week. So it is really a big value to you to use the lender that the realtor is referring you to. The realtor also should be setting you up with a search, and the realtor proprietary FMLS or MLS search system that professional agents use. They can also tell you how that can coordinate wonderful with using something like Zillow as a secondary search tool. Then after you get ready to start looking for a home, realtor will set up and have to schedule homes for you to look at. It's best if you'll let the realtor know which homes you want to see the day before the viewing, and he'll get that all set up for you. And then the exciting part, you go out and start looking for homes. That is really fun thing that everybody likes to do. You'll see some dogs out there, and then you'll see some that you really, really love. What's really exciting is when you walk into that one home, that house that you see, and you say, this is the one. And you know what? Most of the time you'll know it, you'll feel it when you find that right home. So when you find that home, your realtor will then do a comparable market analysis to look at homes in the area that match that home, that are equal, and see how it's priced to begin to put your offer together. Now, after you submit an offer, you'll usually go back and forth in negotiation 2 or 3 times. Once you come into an agreement with the seller on how much you're going to pay for the house, that's when you come into what is called a binding agreement. Now, in that binding agreement, the seller is 100% bound to stick to that agreement. They can't get out. But you as the buyer, you're still safe during either 10 or 12 days, depends upon what's negotiated, but it's called due diligence. During that period of time, you can back out of the agreement for any reason whatsoever, just because you changed your mind and decided that's not the house for you. And when doing that, you'll also get your earnest money back. Now, I kind of went past the earnest money. When you submit your offer, you'll also have to submit earnest money. This is not the law, but it's pretty much real estate normal right now. That earnest money means you've got a dog in the hunt. You put some skin in the game. And we recommend that you put down 1% earnest money. So if you're buying a house for $200,000, you'd put in $2,000. But after that binding agreement, your earnest money is not at risk, not for 10 or 12 days. During that 10 or 12 days, that of due diligence, that's when you're supposed to do all the things that you would do to find out, is this really the house for us? Is this the home that we would really want to live in? Is there anything about the area that you don't like? You check into the schools, you check into the bus systems, you do your inspection during that period of time. You do any and all the things that you might do to find out if this is the home for us. Now, after that 10, 12 days are over, now your earnest money is at risk. But you've still got 2 chances, or 2 things that would cause your contract to you to be able to get out of it and you not lose your earnest money. The first one is called your finance contingency. Your agent will establish the length of your finance contingency in your offer to the home. It's usually about 25 to 30 days, something like that. If for some reason you are not able to get a loan, then you would be able to get your earnest money back free and clear. No questions asked. It's part of the contract. You can get your earnest money back. There is another thing, contingency, that is the appraisal contingency. If the home does not appraise for the agreed upon price, you've got like three options. Three options? Three options. The first option is that the seller can reduce the price of the house to the appraised price and you can proceed forward. The other option is you can raise the amount of your offer. But the bank is not going to establish your loan on anything except that appraised price. Or you guys can meet in the middle. You can go up a little bit. The seller can go down a little bit. But if you actually, there's a fourth option. If y'all cannot agree on a price to proceed, then you as the buyer can get out of that loan, can get out of that contract, and you'll get 100% of your earnest money back. Now, I did overlook one thing in the process back at the very beginning. I told you that you needed to get a realtor, number one, that you needed to have that realtor refer you to a lender, number two, and when that realtor refers you to a lender, the purpose of that is to get you pre-approved. You want to be pre-approved and know how much you're approved for when you start shopping for a house, because you don't want to fall in love with a house that you can't be able to buy. And also, with the competitive market right now, you want to be able to tell that home seller and their lender that you have been pre-approved and that you can get a loan to buy that house. Now, there is one more step forward in that. Some lenders will go ahead and allow you to submit all of your documentation and get you not just pre-qualified, but get you pre-approved. It essentially turns you into a cash buyer. So you submit all your information, the lender checks all that out, and then the lender will get you pre-approved on a property subject to be named. Again, that makes you to be almost like a cash buyer and gives you tremendous strength to make your offer successful in a very competitive market. So that is kind of the basics, short version of getting ready to buy a home. If you'd like more information, call me, Ray Peppers, at 770-355-6852. I'd be glad to talk with you and refer you to a great agent if you're somewhere out of my area. I serve kind of the northwest Cobb County, Paulding County, South Bartow County, and if you got a referral, I may go out of that area for the right person at the right time. At any rate, if you have any questions, consider me as a source for real estate, and I am Ray Peppers, and when you are hot on real estate, call Ray Peppers. Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.